I'm Rachel and welcome back to my channel, Bales 1986 SW, and today it is Friday finds. I absolutely love doing Friday finds. So before we get into it, like always, please double check all sins I mention on the app or the calculator. I can get it wrong and someone would like to update their app on a regular basis. I have a few items which I haven't physically got, but I will mention them because they're out and about, and if you see them, then all means go and get them if it's something for you. The first item I want to mention, which I've physically not got here, is Asda have brought out their own version of a Fibre One 90 bar. They are blueberry flavoured. That's the one I have seen out and about, and it is 4.5 cents a bar. Now, I do not know the price of these, but I'm guessing there will be a competitive price compared with a Fibre One bar, and they quite look like exactly the same as a Fibre One bar, but they are in a blueberry flavour. So they are there for you if you've got an Asda. I've tried my Asda and they're just empty shelves at the moment, so it is quite a popular alternative to a Fibre One bar. So let's get into the haul. The first thing I have been loving is we've been getting some nice weather. The children have gone back to school, mine went back on Tuesday, and since they've gone back, the weather has been absolutely awesome, which I feel really guilty about, like my children are at school and it's really, really nice weather. The one thing I've been loving in this like nice weather we've been having is the Aldi sugar-free, no added sugar, like sodas or fizzy pop. This is the Italian style orange, which is free on the plan, and this is the sparkling lemon and mint. This is really, really delicious and really, really refreshing. I've had this with ice. I absolutely love it. This is a repurchase for me, and this is the orange one. This tastes like something which I've had as a child. It's not like a Fanta taste, because that's what I was expecting. It's just a really nice, refreshing, it's like an Orangina. Remember the ones in the glass bottles? I don't know if they're still around, but it tastes like that kind of orange kind of thing. Sin free on the plan and relatively cheap from Aldi, and I've been absolutely loving them at the moment. Sticking with drinks, Home Bargains have got my favourite ever, like Dr Pepper. I love Dr Pepper. Dr Pepper Zero, 450ml is 49p, and I think it's an absolute bargain. I absolutely love Dr Pepper Zero, so 49p, 450ml bottle from Home Bargains. Then sticking with drinks as we're going there, this is a skinny kind of syrup. The brand is Bar Cafe, sugar-free syrup, and this is cinnamon, and this is delicious. I got this from TK Maxx for $3.99. Skinny Syrup, the actual brand, have just brought back out their pumpkin spice for autumn, and if you can get your hands on that, it is absolutely delicious. I highly recommend that. With these, what I do, because they like the high branded coffee chains, as we all know, will be bringing out their pumpkin spice lattes soon, their gingerbread lattes, and I just love them. But a top tip for you is, if you can decanter some of this into some little pots, I think Home Bargains sell them, that's where I got mine. The really, really small pots, it's where you're meant to put like a little bit of a sauce in them, and carry that around in your handbag. When you go to those high chains with your friends and things like that, you could have your own, so whatever you have. So I have a skinny cappuccino made with red milk, which is skimmed milk, and I class that as a healthy extra A. I will then decanter some of this or my pumpkin spice into that, stir it up, and no one knows any difference, but I know it's a low sin drink on the go. Or if you're having a black coffee or something like that and you want that like the pumpkin spice or whatever, you can add it to your drink and it'll be a sin-free drink when you're out and about, so you don't feel like you're missing out, and you can still feel like you've got that autumnal cozy feeling when you're walking around with your cup of coffee, or sat in the coffee shop enjoying a coffee. That's what I do, because I am really tempted when the pumpkin spice latte comes out in September, October time. I absolutely think it's delicious. So that's how I stay on plan when I'm out and about in the coffee shops. So it's a top tip. I hope it's useful for yourselves. So there's that. Other coffees I love, and I always buy them like we're coming into September. It's the 31st today, so tomorrow, September, I class it as autumn, and I love autumn, winter. I love it. So the one thing I always repurchase, and I always buy them in like October time, autumnal time, is the Nescafe Gold sachets. These are the cappuccino skinny, 2.5 cents for a sachet of this. And these are the Nescafe Gold caramel latte, which is a slightly more cents, which is 3.5 cents. Now, if you can't get to a coffee shop, or I mean, don't get me wrong, the cost of a coffee from one of those places is quite highly priced, then you can have your own at home. I absolutely love these. Now, I do know that you could make a sin-free coffee by buying the syrups, by buying the skinny syrup foam, which is free, but that is an extra cost. And buying the skinny syrups, if you can't get to TK Maxx, you're looking at like £8.99, £10 a bottle, and then the foam, I think it's £5.99, that's £15, and it's a lot of upfront cost, and these are on offer at the moment from Morrison's. I thought £1 I got these for. And they have got a new one coming out. Well, it is out, but I couldn't get my hands on it. Is the gingerbread latte, which is divine, and that is 4.5 cents, that one. So I just love these. I just love having them on hand. And if I go out and about to like my family houses, I can have one of these. And I just love them. Nescafe Gold. Then let's stick in with autumn treats. I love these. These are the Curiously Cinnamon cereal bars. Now, I do not use these as a cereal bar. I got these from Poundland, and these are 5 cents. I use these as a treat. I have a tub of I have a bowl of quark flavoured with cinnamon spice on top, mixed in. I mix it with some chopped apple with a bit of more cinnamon on top, and I have one of these chopped up on top with some melted low sin chocolate, which I sin at 2 cents, melted, sprinkled on top, and it is a really, really delicious low sin in my eyes, because I keep my sins for nighttime treat. And I just love cinnamon, and this, it just hits the spot for me. So these are from Poundland, £1, and I absolutely love those. Then the other thing the other thing I've been loving is marshmallow fluff. A tablespoon of this is 1 cent. What I use this for is I've had it on wholemeal toast. If you've watched my Way Day video, I have been a bit naughty, so I've been having this in a naughty way, but I don't want to talk about my naughty little ways because it's not confession time. So I've been having this on, you could have this on wholemeal toast, but what I absolutely love, it's what I did last year when I was first starting Slimming World, is a tablespoon of this, and I mix it into some quark. It might sound like off-putting, but please try it. It makes your quark really, really, really sweet, so it takes that bitterness sometimes off the quark, and for 1 cent I think it's amazing. Sometimes people use like the option sachets, which is 2 cents, so for this should just be in 1 cent, and it's just delicious. You can also buy it in the pink variety as well. I got this from, where did I get this from? Can't remember, but I know that like sometimes Home Bargains sells it. I'm sure Poundland sell it as well. And yeah, I absolutely love it, and it's delicious. Then the other thing I have seen is from Aldi, and these are the new, I say new, if they've been out a while then cool, but they're new to me. These are the Harvest Morn cereal bars. This is the cranberry and this is the fruit and fibre. One of these is a healthy extra B choice. They are relatively good in price value as well. You get 8 in a pack as well, which I think is brilliantly priced. Now, some people have said that you can have a healthy extra B, you can have 2 hi-fi bars instead of 1, and this is brilliant, and it all works for you. I find these a bit more filling than a hi-fi bar. I'm not keen on the hi-fi bars. at all. Now I will try them when they come out, like the new flavours, like I've tried the fruit and nut and it wasn't for me, and I will be trying the sticky toffee pudding when it comes out in September, but these are just gorgeous. Now a hi-fi bar is 20 grams for one, so for two that would be 40 grams. For one of these, it is 29 grams a bar. So you're not really losing, in my opinion, a lot of grammage. But I can understand that it's the thought of being able to have two hi-fi bars instead of just one bar. It's that thought where you're thinking you're having more, but grammage-wise, it's 11 grams difference. So it's each to their own, but I absolutely love these, and they are so filling as well, and they're quite a decent size bar. These have like a white yogurt kind of base, and then it has like your oats and your cranberries all mixed in, and they're absolutely delicious. And this one as well is the fruit and fibre, so you've got like chopped bananas, chopped raisins, and then it's like a chocolate base at the bottom as well, and they absolutely are delicious. Oh, and if you don't use them as a healthy beat, they are 5 cents a bar. The other thing which has been crazy at the moment is the Candy Floss grapes. I got mine from Morrison's, but you can buy them from Aldi, Ocado. I think most supermarkets now sell them. M&S have got some out. They've got more varieties, I think. They've got the Tutti Frutti, they've got the Prosecco, I want to say, and then they've got the normal Candy Floss grapes. For me, these are brilliant because I've got a sweet tooth, and these are like, they just hit that my sweet tooth brilliantly. They aren't speed, they are a free food as well, so brilliant to snack on to fill you up. So but they're not a speed food, they are a free food, and I've been loving them. Sticking with fruit, but this one is speed. I've been loving the flat peaches. I used to call them donut peaches, but they're called flat peaches now. I've been loving them. I'll be very honest, because when I have a full-size peach, I am like the messiest eater. It all goes down me, it's really juicy, and I just think, oh, it's a mess. Whereas this is mess-free. So I've been absolutely loving the flat peaches for that, and they are a speed food, so win-win in my opinion. The other thing I have been loving, these are from Home Bargains. These are the sugar-free Fruit Teller fruit drops. 5 of these are for 1.5 cents. Now I did try and get some more flavours, however my Home Bargains don't just sell the citrus flavour. This is a repurchase. I've had the other pack, they are in the car. So for 5 sweets for 1.5 cents, I think is brilliant. So when we're out and about in the car, I'm all stuck in traffic, etc., or I just need a sweet fix before I get home to be have my tea or my dinner, etc., then these have been really, really handy, and I absolutely highly recommend them. I think they were 49p a box, which I think is brilliantly priced, and they really, really are delicious. That's everything down there. Then some people have messaged me saying that they are new to Slimming World. Could you recommend any Friday finds which have been a staple in your my weight loss plan? And yes, I can. The Mayflower curry sauce mix is, I just love it. I will never have a chicken curry from a Chinese ever again. I just think this is an amazing curry sauce. They do it in 2 flavours. They do it in medium, which is this one, and they do it in an extra hot. And I think this is where, please double check. I think 28 grams is 4 cents. Please double check on the app, because yeah. So that, but you do get a lot of curry sauce, like for the grammage. So I always half it, and I always have 2 cents worth. But it is just divine. You can have it as a side to dip Slimming World chips in. I do it as a curry, chicken curry, and I absolutely love it. You can buy this in most, not your supermarkets, but like your Iceland, your Home Bargains, your B&M, I don't know whether Poundland sells it, Farm Foods, places like that, Heron Foods, Fulton's, that's where you'll find this, and I really, really recommend it. They do like KFC gravy mix as well, which is relatively low in sins, and that is a really good fake for KFC gravy, and I really like that if you're having like a fake KFC. That is a brilliant gravy mix to have, so I really, really like them. Then the other thing I found is from Aldi, are the chocolate chip cake bars. These are 5 cents a bar. I'm sure they're 5 cents. I hate when I mention cents and I'm like, are they 5 or 5.5? Please double check. But they come, what I love is they come individually wrapped. Now I don't know about you, but if these were naked, 5 naked cake bars in here, I just couldn't have them because the temptation is there. But if it's wrapped, it feels, it's better for me. And I've been loving this on a night time with a cup of coffee as a naughty treat. This would be brilliant. Grace's class has a lot of birthdays coming up, so this will be what I'll have in the bag when the birthday cake comes out. And obviously, I'll be honest, Grace can't eat the birthday cake, so they always say, oh, you can have it if you like, and etc, and it's like that temptation. So I'll be having one of these in my bag. So I'm like, no, it's all right, I'll save that for Max and I'll have this. It's just there. It's very handy to have, and they're absolutely gorgeous, and relatively low in price. I don't want to mention prices in case I get it wrong, but I know they were really goodly priced for what you get. Now the other thing I've been loving are the Kalo Kids chocolate coconut rice cakes. They come individually wrapped. You get 4 mini rice cakes in here for 3.5 cents. And I've been having one of these at 10 to 3 while I've been picking up my children, and when they have their afternoon snack walking back from school, I've been having mine. These are like little mini rice cakes with chocolate on top, sprinkled with coconut, and they're really nice. They're very much like the Snacker Jacks on the go rice cakes, which are quite similar in Sins. I think they're 3.5 or 4.5, depending if you get the yogurt or the milk chocolate, and just brilliant to have in your bag. And when I'm going on a school trip soon with Grace, these are brilliant for a packed lunch treat as well for me. So I've been loving these. These were from Heron. I got 2 packets of these for £1. But if you check B&M, because Heron and B&M are like sister stores, you might find them in there, and I highly recommend these. I think they're nice, but you've got to like a rice cake because they are slightly like a little bit dry, but I like it for the chocolate fix as well. That is everything for Friday Finds. I'm sure it is. So yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed this. Take care, sending positive thoughts, Rachel.